Welcome back, everybody. What you noticed there, or what some of you guys noticed anyway, was that this pistol, which is a Beretta 92 Vertec, actually decocked. So, and it went straight back in, like decocked, we're right back into fire. So what's new and what this whole video is all about is Beretta is now selling this G conversion kit. The G series pistols, for those that don't know, are a line of Berettas that have always had decocker only. They've not had an actual manual safety. But what this does is, for the first time that I know of anyway, we've had a bunch of custom milling and custom work being done, like by Wilson and other companies. Beretta's offering you at home the ability to convert your pistol to a G gun. So this works on all the 92 series. We have it done right now on the Beretta 92 Compact and this pistol, obviously, but I'll probably honestly do all of my pistols like that. But what we're gonna do is step inside, show you guys the kit, how to install it, and then at the end we'll come back and let you know what we think of it overall. This bag right here is what it looks like when you get it in. It says the G series conversion. We're gonna set that off to the side right now and worry about the actual one that we're taking off first. So this is the Vertex slide. In this position here, which is the fire position, you won't be able to start the process. So we're gonna put it down in this position. And what you guys can see here, hopefully if my camera's focused, is these two little roll pins on the right side of the pistol. Down in the safe position, they're actually exposed here. And there's actually even a little cutout in the slide. So that way you can get your punch in there. So we're just gonna drive those out. I had to switch over to a smaller punch there. My original one was a little bit too big, so a little bit smaller one here. There you go, there's the pins. At this point, the right side of the safety should come off, so we'll see here. The reason I say should is most of my experience is working on American guns, and this is an Italian gun, but that is indeed the same on the Italian gun. So here's the right side of the safety, and we'll set that off to the side. Now we'll remove the left side. So to do that, we have to push up on our firing pin block here, which is this piece. And then we're also going to push forward on the firing pin, which is right here, and then push up on the safety. Now you kind of need three hands to do this. So we're going to have a little bit of an aid here. We're going to use this and just kind of push down on it. Use gravity to our aid, and we're depressing it there, and then we're just going to push in on the firing pin and up on the safety. And it's kind of tough, so sometimes you need a little bit of force with it. So there you can see the safety. And what we're going to do now is there's going to be some plungers and springs that are going to go sort of flying. So when I do this, I'm going to cover it with my hand. Some folks will put it in a bag, that's fine. I actually probably recommend doing that. I just don't have one in front of me right now. But cover it with your hand, you should be fine, because they don't really shoot. They kind of just go up and down, which you'll see in just a second. So I'm pushing over, and that's it. But I just want to make sure I cover all that. There you go. Okay, so there we have our plunger and spring that I was talking about. Some of these on your guns will be actual silver steel. Some will be black like these. So set that off to the side. There should be, yep, there you go, another set of plunger and spring. This one should be shorter. Let me take a look at it, make sure it's the same on the Vertec. It is. You can see that one there is a little bit shorter. So just kind of keep the long one with the long spring and the short one with the short spring while we set them aside. And there is our safety. We also have this little plunger right here on the safety. Got to get that out. Should, oh, there you go, wrong way. Pull it out, and out it comes. Here we have the G kit out of the box, and yeah, reusing this little plunger here for the safety from the original one. We have this little weird spring, which we'll explain here in just a second. And we have our little plunger here, which is going to be our right side with the spring. Our big plunger with the spring. They actually give you two of these, which is actually really cool, because I think they realize these are going to fly across the room for many people. And we'll start getting it done here. What we're going to want to do is two things. First off, we're going to want to put this spring here. The way this works is this piece that sticks out is going to actually go into that little hole right there on the right side. But in order to get it to have tension, it's going to actually come through the bottom here. We'll kind of show you how that works here in just a second, but essentially we're going to want to kind of put it in like that. And again, I'll show you that here in just a second. So in order to get started, we're going to put the safety in up at the 10 o'clock position. In order to get it actually in, you need to depress your firing pin safety again. So we're going to push that up here and just kind of get it started. And it's got to be like at the 10 o'clock position, just like when we took it out. All right, now there's going to be a few things going on here that won't be going on with the regular install here. So this piece actually needs to go over the G series here. And the key is to get this little piece that's hanging down, sticking out like that down below. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to put our right side little plunger in here like that. And we're going to use the little original safety. We're going to put it in that little hole, which is right here. So that's kind of the hard part to do with one person. With two people, it's really easy. And the reason it's kind of hard is it wants to go all the way down and it'll block it from going in. So if you're kind of, yep, there you go, just did it. All right, cool. So we're gonna line that up just like that. And you see there how it's coming out the bottom and blocking it from going in. So it's sort of a delicate balance, if you will, of putting that up and then getting it through, while also making sure that little spring on the G series spring is sticking out the bottom. So all those things have to work in harmony, and you guys may curse a little bit, and that's all right. I'll give you permission this time. So slide that up just like that with the firing pin coming out. And there we go. Got it started. And you want to make sure here, again, that we still have our spring coming out the bottom. And it is. Now when we push this over, we're going to push the right side detent down. Actually, before we do that, why not just set this one up for, we can do it. We'll push that one down and push across a little bit. Now we'll get our left side detent in there. We're going to slide that in the hole there in the spring. And sort of you want it to be at that same angle, sort of at the 10 o'clock position there again. And we're going to push this sucker home while we push across like that. All right, cool. So we're in. We're going to rotate it down until it snaps in place just like that. Now at this point, you actually have a functioning safety. Now we're going to work on the right side. Unfortunately, I think some of this may actually be a little bit impossible to show here on camera, but we're going to show you what's going on. So we look up in here. If my camera will actually focus. Yeah, there you go. So there's the spring, the little piece that's sticking out there on the spring. We have our detent, and what we need to do is line this spring piece up with this little hole right here. So we're going to do that, and all at the same time depressing that plunger to allow this piece to go over. So we're going to work on that. I'm not sure how much detail you're going to get on camera, but in real life, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just don't know how well it's going to come across. And the reason you can't spin that up forward is because if you look here, that spring that we had sticking out there is actually still sticking out doing its job. That's where it's supposed to be. That's where it's catching. That's its job. So we're going to be kind of trying to work this on camera, but also trying to get it into place. All right, there we have it. So we have it captured in place. You can see there it wants to spring back up. Right now, this side is not going to do that. And the reason is they're not working together. We're about to fix that here real quick. What we're going to do is drive this roll pin through, and we should be complete. It's important to note that when you drive the roll pin in, you want the right side, or left side rather, safety to be up in the fire position. If not, it's just not going to work. So we're going to start it out here and kind of have it like that. Got it started. Now we're just going to drive it home. just gonna finish it off with the punch. Make sure we don't mar it up too bad. Now let's see, it's a moment of truth, right? Oh, look at that. Well, that's all there is to it. One thing I will tell you is this was the first gun that I did, and you guys watched me do it on camera. Real time, it took me about 20-ish minutes to do it because I kind of had to figure out how the parts went in and all that stuff. The spring was kind of the thing that got me, the spring that goes inside. Totally easy once you get it. And when I did my compact, it actually took less than 5 minutes. Literally, I think I timed it, it was like 3.5. So very easy once you know how to do it, and hopefully this video will help you guys do it. But this kit is available right now from Beretta. I think it's actually sold out as of the day of this video. I'm recording this December 17th, but you know they're coming back in stock. I'm sure Brownells will have them in other places as well. But I think it's awesome. One of the main complaints of Beretta pistols for sure is the safety, and that you can inadvertently hit it on, turn it on when you're doing malfunctions clearance or just running the gun, and this solves it. And it does so for like 49 bucks or whatever the heck they're charging for it. I think it was 49. And really, it's rock solid, works well. Kind of the only thing I can think of as a downside for it is on the right side of the pistol. If you're a left-handed shooter and you want to carry this inside the waistband, it does protrude a little bit, and it does so because it has to clear the slide. It's just the way it's built. Unlike on the left side where the cutout is built in, on the right side it's not. So that's kind of all there is to it. But the factory lever did that as well to a certain extent, so it's not much worse than that actually. But that's about it, guys. That's the install, that's the product. It's pretty sweet. Honestly, probably all of my Berettas are going to have it from now on because I do prefer having a decocker only as opposed to a decocker and safety. If you guys have any questions about what you saw in the video, the install, anything like that, by all means post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and we hope to see you in the next video.